Brothers and sisters, have you ever heard of the mysterious Manuscript of Purgatory? This ancient document contains one of the most shocking and enlightening testimonies about the afterlife and the reality of souls suffering while awaiting the beatific vision. Today, we will take you on an extraordinary journey through the revelations received by Sister Mary of the Cross, a French nun from the 19th century, to whom a soul from purgatory manifested with astonishing details. Why is this manuscript so important? How will God judge us at the end of our lives? And what really happens in purgatory? Let's find out together. Sister Mary of the Cross, born Elisa Sophia Clementina Eber, received the first manifestations in 1873. At first, the groans and pleas of Sister Mary Gabriella terrified her, but eventually the nun understood that God had entrusted her with an important mission to offer suffrages for the souls in purgatory. Here are some of the most touching words recorded in the manuscript. Sister Mary of the Cross, born Elisa Sophia Clementina Eber, received the first manifestations in 1873. At first, the groans and pleas of Sister Mary Gabriella terrified her, but eventually the nun understood that God had entrusted her with an important mission to offer suffrages for the souls in purgatory. Here are some of the most touching words recorded in the manuscript.
If you only knew what purgatory is. One cannot even remotely imagine the sufferings endured here. The longing for God is an unceasing martyrdom.
This revelation helps us understand how crucial our prayers are for the souls and how purgatory is not merely a place of waiting, but a true state of inner purification. Another essential passage states,
The souls in purgatory suffer, but they do not complain. They know it is just, and that every suffering brings them closer to heaven. They accept their condition with resignation, aware that each purification is necessary for their complete union with God. The burning desire to see the Lord is their greatest torment, yet it is also a source of hope and consolation. They know that every moment spent in purgatory is a step closer to eternal bliss, and that the prayers of the living alleviate their pains and hasten the moment of liberation. The soul in purgatory fully understands divine justice and sees with clarity how imperfect it was during its earthly life, embracing the process of purification with love as a gift of God's mercy.
This awareness invites us to reflect on divine justice and the importance of living a virtuous life to reduce our time of purification after death. Through the words of Sister Mary Gabriella, we understand that each soul follows a different path in purgatory, depending on its earthly life. Some suffer for not having fully lived according to God's will, others for sins of omission or lack of love. However, the pains are not only physical, but above all, spiritual, with an infinite thirst for God. In the manuscript we read,
I spent 2 years in the great purgatory without being able to receive any relief, in an indescribable pain that penetrates every fiber of being and consumes with a purifying fire that gives no respite. The prayers of the living were like drops of relief that I could barely perceive, but they nourished my hope. Then, for 1 year, I was in the second purgatory, where suffering is still very great, but accompanied by a more vivid hope because I began to glimpse the light of divine mercy and to understand God's infinite goodness. Finally, I now find myself in the third purgatory, the least painful, where there is no longer fire, but an ardent desire to see God, an unquenchable longing that gently consumes me and prepares me for the final encounter with my Creator.
Sister Mary Gabriella also describes how divine judgment takes place.
At the moment of death, the soul stands before God as if before a clear mirror, where everything is shown with dazzling clarity. Every action, every omission, every thought, every hidden feeling of the heart is revealed in its entirety. Nothing can be concealed, and the soul immediately comprehends the holiness of God and its own unworthiness. Divine justice manifests itself in all its perfection, and the soul, seeing itself in the light of eternal truth, recognizes its state with full awareness and humbly accepts the need for purification before entering eternal glory.
This confirms how our life on earth is a continuous preparation for eternity. The closer we draw to God in life, the less we will have to suffer in purgatory. The manuscript also reveals surprising details about the relationships between the souls in purgatory and what they know about us. Despite being immersed in a profound state of purification, the souls are not isolated. They communicate with each other, sharing their burning desire for God and encouraging one another with the hope of liberation.
The souls in purgatory love each other with a pure and selfless love, for they know they are united in the same destiny of purification and eagerly await the day when they can see God face to face.
The manuscript offers valuable advice on how we can prepare for our encounter with God. The recitation of the Holy Rosary and the offering of the Holy Mass for the souls in purgatory are powerful means of atonement. The sacraments are the means through which the soul is nourished by divine grace and strengthened on the path to holiness. Living an intense sacramental life, frequently receiving confession and Holy Communion, allows the soul to purify itself, remain united with Christ, and receive the necessary graces to face life's trials. Through confession, God grants us His infinite mercy, freeing us from the burden of sin and giving us inner peace. Holy Communion, on the other hand, spiritually nourishes us and transforms us, drawing us closer to the image of Christ. Without these fundamental pillars, the soul risks weakening and straying from the path of salvation. Our daily crosses, if accepted with love, purify us and bring us closer to God. Charity towards others, especially those who suffer, is one of the keys to reducing our time of purification. Brothers and sisters, if this topic has touched you, if you wish to learn more and better understand how to help the souls in purgatory and live a holier life, subscribe to our channel. Share this video with anyone who might need it, and leave a comment about which aspect of purgatory struck you the most. Remember, our prayers can make a difference. Thank you for following us. May God bless you, and see you in the next video.